This is the Whiskey Cave Loop Trail. It starts down here at the Indian Point Trailhead. You then go north to meet up with the River to River Trail, and you head east on that, all the way down here across this street. And then down here past Buzzard Roost. Then you continue along to this point where you take a loop north. This takes you around up here. I believe Whiskey Cave is right here. You continue around, back down to the river trail, and then all the way back to the trailhead. Probably like 2 minutes into this, and there's already some great rock formations here. Starting out on the river to river here, blazed by these blue eyes. The first half mile or so seems to just follow these cliffs on the left. And this is pretty cool. This forms like an arch over this little area here. I don't know if this is actually a cave or just a little alcove. Let's check it out. The arch we just walked under is totally detached from the rock now to my right. All right, back down to the trail. This arc-shaped stone that you can go under is very close to that small trailhead parking over there. So if you want to come back here with kids, this is a very easy one to get them to. All right, the trail we're following goes to the right there. Up on that cliff, there's actually a campsite, if I'm not mistaken. This probably leads there. All right, back to our hike. The trail generally looks something like this. Because it's a horse trail, you can see the horses have chewed things up a little bit, but nothing you can't manage. This right here is about the muddiest I've seen it, but as you can see, there's lots of rocks, so you can avoid the mud. This section of the trail just pretty much keeps going until I get to a road up ahead. And this is the biggest stream I've seen so far. At this cliff face here, it looks like there's a trail that hugs the cliff going that way, maybe up around the side, but this is the way we want to go. We're almost to that road that demarcates this first section. Looks like the road approach here gets a special gravel treatment. And here we are at the road, which is about 1.5 miles from the starting point near Indian Point Trailhead. Trail continues right across the street. We've got a pretty unofficial sign on this tree, but it does the trick. Garden of the Gods to the right there is where I just came from, and we're heading up. Oh no, it's not really marked on here, but we're heading up towards Buzzard Roost. Buzzard Roost, I think it's that rock right in front of me. Looks like I had it right per this sign. This is Buzzard Roost bottom. Let's go check out the caves over here. I wonder how deep these go. Like before, these rocks are sort of split apart with cracks down the middle. Let's go check out the other side. A little more space in here. So if someone built a fire pit, yeah, this would be a cool place for a fire. Oh man, it just keeps going. Oh, they bring the horses up here. Ah, cool. Very cool. I can't tell how far that goes, but I'm not here for caving anyway. All right, so this must be some kind of side trail that the horses can take to get up here, because there's horse prints all on the ground below. But I came from over this way, so let's backtrack. We're at the point right here where the northward loop starts. that is where I'm going to come back from. For now, I'm going to start this way, following river to river trail a little bit more. And there's going to be a left turn up ahead that will take me northward. When you get to this tree here with the 110 marker on it and the fallen tree to the left, it looks like there's a path there. And I think that actually is a path some people have walked, but the actual route goes down this little divot here and turns left up ahead. The river to river trail continues up ahead that way. See one of the blazes right there, but we are following this trail here to Whiskey Cave. Here we are, Whiskey Cave. After Whiskey Cave, the trail turns around, heads towards the south, and goes up. So we're going to be walking above the cliffs we were walking below earlier. So this part back here is probably the steepest uphill of the hike today. Made it to the top. That uphill was pretty long. It took us up the whole face of those cliffs on a long slope around the back end. So that is that's today's workout portion. And then this turn here, this is what makes us head back to the south. I hear some animal friends over here. I wonder if we can catch a glimpse. Nothing. This is the path heading south to complete the loop. We've got a little side trail here that says to Mushroom Rock. I have no idea what Mushroom Rock is, but because these paths are so close together, it can't be far, so let's check it out. I just checked the map, and actually the path to Mushroom Rock is the path I should be on. So we are continuing a course without adding another detour right now. Got a little pond up here at elevation. Temps are low 50s, high 40s. So cold enough that I'm not being swarmed by the mosquitoes that would love this. This path to the right here would loop me over to Buzzard Roost. However, I'm going to stick with the original trail, and when I get back to the other side of the loop over to Buzzard Roost, I think I'll just hitch a quick right over there and come back. Well, I have clearly found Mushroom Rock. Right here we've got our fork. To the left is the route I'm following. That will take us back down, so we'll hit that in a minute. But first, we can go to the top of Buzzard Roost down this path, maybe a quarter or a half a mile. Not quite at Buzzard Roost yet, but got a little bit of a view here. The overcast sky was keeping me from much in the way of views, but here we go. Oh yeah, this view does not disappoint. Here's the second finger of the rocks. There's my path down there that I walked on before. We've got the crack between the rocks here. This one doesn't look like it goes very far. This is the space between the, what I guess I'm going to call the second and third finger. I'm pretty sure I walked in down below down there. So it looks like you could make it all the way up here if you were so inclined. Not interested in going near any of these crevices. So let's find a path down to the third finger that doesn't have any deep holes. Here we go. There's the crack going down. Over here, it's nice and narrow. I can't fit down there. Over there I could, so stay away from that. That rustling in the leaves that I heard earlier, turns out it's just a bunch of rambunctious squirrels. You can hear them from all the way up here. I can extend this arm on this gimbal a good 2 feet here and get these kinds of views. I'm not getting any closer than that though. We're gonna cross here where the crevice is small. Stay away from that. The trail's right here. And this next finger has a gap between it and the previous one here. So here they're a bit more spaced apart. This is about as close as I'm gonna get to all that. Very cool. I'm gonna say that was worth the side hike. Time to head back down. And here we are back at the fork that will put us back on the original route and take us down. This reconnects us with the original path, so the loop is complete, and now we just head back to the parking area. Back at the street, about 1.5 miles to go. I'm down to the last half mile or so of the hike, so I thought I'd provide a few final thoughts here on it. Trail overall is fine. When I was reading the reviews, there were some that said they had trouble following the trail. Maybe that would be the case if it were more grown in. You can see it's still just getting the spring greens coming in. But I had no trouble staying on the trail. The trail condition overall was fine too. The horses obviously chop it up a bit, but never anything you couldn't get around. There was no mud I had to wade through or anything like that. So overall clean trail. Oh, and here we are finally back at the parking area. And just now I saw the only people I've seen on trail all day today. So sparsely populated trail, at least today.